So as we approach this meeting we have next week, that's all day prep planning for next steps, and we get closer and closer to hiring somebody internally, I've jotted down a few ideas as far as what I think the pay should be, the structure should be, and these are all hypotheticals, and I'm just using high salaries and low fees to be very conservative with all the numbers. I'm just trying to make decisions based on worst case scenarios. So not that any of these numbers are actually real, but they're just a good jumping off point for the conversation and the structure. Okay, so if we hire somebody, and let's say it's a player, premium buyer, best case scenario, but they're expensive and we got to pay them $150 a year as their on target earnings, that's OTE. That'd be $12,500 a month. Let's say they're managing Google spend at $50,000 a month, and maybe the client's got another 50 on Facebook and another 50 on LinkedIn or whatever it is. But this particular buyer is just managing Google at $50,000 a month, and let's say the fee is 8%. That'd be $4,000. If that person was managing 8 Google accounts at the same rate and fee, that would be $32,000 gross for the company every month. Now, if I take $32,000, the gross fee minus the pay to the employee, salary plus commissions, which we'll discuss in a second, the gross profit, if that's the right terminology, is $19,500 at a 60% margin, which is right where we probably need to be. I don't think we're going to be able to pay have 80% margins here and keep good buyers, because we keep hearing stories about people leaving because they're not treated right, they're not getting the attention to detail, and we really need to try and do everything we can to avoid having that happen to us as we grow. Our main strategy for doing that is good pay and not overworking. So this is the idea. If you're managing 8 accounts and at a minimum you're getting $1,000 an account as your salary, that is $8,000. That leaves a difference of $4,500 per month that you could potentially make to meet your on-target earnings. And if we've been consulted by a CPA that we've hired that basically told us that bonuses is the best way to pay out commissions to avoid any kind of problems and arguments with employees about what they should be getting paid. The number one problem with companies is partner arguments. The second problem is commission arguments. So and he said bonus is the best way to do that, because you either get the bonus or you don't. So that's what I've put into effect here. At a $4,500 per month potential bonus, that would get people to $12,500 per month. And if we pay that out quarterly, it's $562 bonus per account, and the quarterly bonus total would be $13,500, which would put them at their $150,000 income range. Now, they could do 6 accounts instead of 8, and maybe if they're bigger accounts or the fee is better, whatever. These numbers can move. This is just a hypothetical situation, and maybe $150K isn't enough money, or maybe it's way too much money. I'm just trying to get good ideas of how to pay people. If we have a bonus structure, there could be things that get set every quarter to try and achieve, improvements in ROAS, or just flat out keeping the account and making sure the account is happy. Maybe that gets you your bonus. And if it did, like let's say the only thing you had to do to get your bonus was keep the client happy and keep the ROAS where it is, maybe grow the account spend by $1,000 or something like that, or maybe there's a strict budget so you can't do that. If the only thing you had to do was keep the account happy and ads converting well, then you get your bonus. It feels like it'd be a big priority for you to make sure that you don't lose the account. Another thing we could do is pay in arrears we could pay like net 6 months. So the quarter that you keep the client, you get paid for that quarter after the next quarter. So if you lose the account in the next quarter, you wouldn't get paid the commission on that quarter, but it runs in arrears. So that might help our cash flow a little bit too, but you'd start your job and not getting a commission for 6 months would kind of be a little bit rough. Either way, this is a way to have a simple model that buyers could dig into. And my big thing is I want all of the media buyers, or if there's account managers that we hire, I want them to take ownership of the account and feel like they're really invested in the performance of the account. Because without the ownership on the account and real commitment, everything's going to fall apart because they won't truly want the account to be happy and succeed. But if I know my bonus is tied directly to the client's happiness and consistent performance, oh baby, look, come on. But if I know that the client's happiness and staying with the agency is what affects my bonus, I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that I keep that client happy and I keep them knowing that I'm going above and beyond for them, and they're not gonna get that kind of service anywhere else. Because at the end of the day, the client is either happy and with the company, you know, or they're leaving and they don't wanna stay with the company. I don't know, there's anything we could do to ensure that, you know, like get the client to commit for another quarter. Maybe you just have every quarter you have the client commit. I wouldn't wanna do that. You just kinda wanna keep things steamrolling, but you know, I don't know. We just really want to keep the accounts happy and keep them moving along with our company long term, and we want to pay buyers really well, account managers really well, so they don't go around town talking trash about us, A, and B, they keep our clients really happy so that our clients don't go talking about how bad we are. Because man, time after time we hear the story over and over. They took us in, smaller shop, then they grew, lost the personal touch, lost the attention to detail, we weren't getting cared for, nothing was getting done, we moved our business. And every time it's always that the account manager was way too busy, didn't really care about their account, and was getting pushed from account to account just trying to scale. And that's not really the way to grow a business successfully long term. Your clients are just gonna leave. How do we avoid that? I think it's paying well, not overworking people, and this is my idea to keep 60% margins. You know, that's gross profit. So you know, you got to pay the rent, you got to pay benefits. There's a lot of expenses that go along with that. Partner salaries. You know, you have to keep reserves. So there's not a ton of money that is left over after that. But that's my idea. We'll see how it goes over with the guys, and I'll keep you posted on any changes.